Batman'in ikinci bölümü. Kahya'nın domuzluğu. Bakalım Kahya'mız Alfred bize neler anlatmamış.
Their estate, their son, and their secrets. I would never betray them. Your parents were good people.
Yayın açık şu an ya.
What that thug Falcone told you.
Açığız şu an.
Swear to me, there's no truth to it.
The evidence you brought me on Falcone held up. Maybe I misjudged you.
Did you see the pictures? Everyone's up in arms about what the Batman did to Falcone.
Arkadaşlar her episod geçtiğinde bunlar YouTube'a atıldığı için atan Alpis daha işi rahat olsun diye kapı aç yapıyorum.
Hell of a view.
Bruce, the Wayne name is toxic. I have to do what's best for my campaign. What's best for Gotham.
Raider verme piç.
I have to distance myself.
I will find the truth. Along with anyone who stands in my way.
Bak şimdi zorba başladık. Zorba başladık. Şimdi yavaş yavaş düzelteceğim kendimi. İnsanlar diyecek ki, Batman'e bakın. Artık eskisi gibi brutal takılmıyor. Adaletin peşinde. Oğlum biraz düşünün ya. Gerçekten ailene suç atan bir orospu mafya üyesi var. Bak, oturtmaz mısın direğe? Direğe oturtmaz mısın şöyle boydan? Karakter gelişim tabii.
Revolution is knocking on Gotham's door.
Görüşürüz Cyrox.
When this whole thing starts, make sure you're on the right side.
Mr. Wayne, thank you for opening your house to us. Together, we will change Gotham. Harvey Dent, Gotham's next mayor, and eager to know you.
Vicky Vale, not interested, and reporter for the Gotham Gazette. Carmine Falcone? Is the Dent campaign soliciting votes from Gotham's biggest crime family?
Your father knew which hands to shake.
Don't you know not to corner a wild animal? It's dangerous. Bye, Bat.
This is Selina.
How many?
I'd have to count the pieces. Falcone's calling card.
Ben gerçekçi düşünüyorum biraz.
Where are they?
We're all being played here, including you.
Yalancı piç. Yavarno Prime'le abone olmuş. Hoş geldin. Rica ederim kardeşim.
The Waynes. Well, the Waynes are the biggest gangsters in Gotham.
Demir de passızmış. Ah bir de paslı olsaydı. Passızdı Demir. Ondan soktum zaten. Ahmetciğim hoş geldin yavrum. Bu oyunda yaptığınız seçimler hikayedeki ilerleyişinizi etkili. Gibi bir şey. Sakalı kaç yaşında çıktı? 12. Oh. Kuzey de hoş geldin. Yok lan 16 17 mi ne?
Only you now, Master Bruce.
18'ime gelmişti bile olabilirim hatta. Hatırlamıyorum. 17 ya 17. Tabii ki de şaka amına.
I thought I might find you here. The news was upsetting. for both of us.
Oynarız ya.
But you should see this.
Tyrox. Erkek
I know
modelleri
you come
dönmüşsün.
here for
Yok,
solitude,
eyvallah.
Bruce.
Eyvallah, teşekkür ederim.
More allegations
ederim,
about his
Alessacığım.
ties to the underworld. This isn't going away. It's all so public and messy.
People are throwing stones at my family, Alfred. I need to understand why.
Ya abi bu kadar da emzik Bruce Wayne olmasın ama ya.
My family too. Don't forget that.
Kes lan, sen Kahya'sın orospu.
I've been dreading this day for nearly 2 decades. I hoped it would never come.
Forget the papers. I want to hear it from you.
The truth is, they were billionaires, Bruce. You can't
17'den sonra
amass
jilet
that
mi
kind of
başladın? Yok,
wealth
ben hiç
without
jilet
making
vurmadım.
certain moral compromises.
Ya
It's
vurdum da
just
çok
not
sonra vurdum.
possible. That kind of money taints you.
You kept their secrets for them.
I'm trying to help you understand.
Then try harder.
Kahya'ya da iş koyduk. Bu ne lan,
Here,
bet
Bruce,
şemsiye
the
mi?
wheels of politics. Falcone was the muscle.
5-6 bölüm galiba.
Legitimized the whole enterprise.
Teşekkür
with his
ederim
name.
Ahsen'cim.
Your father, Hamilton Hill, and Falcone.
Optimus Prime'ım yeni nick bu, sen bana gene de Prime de.
Nothing happened in Gotham without them knowing.
Working with Falcone and Hill. I expected a regular accounting, not a pact with the devil.
Your father was a good man in many ways, but this was his undoing. I want you to know I had my suitcases ready. I couldn't stand to be around your father anymore. But then they were killed, and you were all alone. And I just couldn't walk out the door. Everything I did, everything I've ever done, was out of love for you. I hope you can forgive me.
Evet. Aileyiz
How
Alfred,
could I hold
sıkıntı yok.
this against you? You're all I've got, Alfred.
Thank you. I won't let you down again.
Alfred adamdır. Gel şurada bir yiyişelim. Ailemi öldürdükleri sokakta seni şurada bir yatırıp elleyeyim.
When the police called me to collect you, I thought they'd finally arrested your father. I couldn't believe
Hep büyük
a lowlife
fantezimdi.
unlike Joe
Yıllardır
Chill
bunu
had the
istiyorum
audacity
Alfie.
to rob
Gel
and
buraya
kill
çabuk.
Thomas Wayne.
Dudağının üstünde bir şey
You were
kalmış.
simply too well known. Too big. Yet, there it was.
If my father was that deep in crime, he would have had enemies.
Well, it's a fair assumption. You don't think. You always said it was a simple mugging. In 20 years, you've never wavered from that story.
I can recall every moment of that night in vivid detail. But maybe that's wrong.
Sometimes we block out things we don't want to face.
Maybe there was some detail I overlooked.
Ha, kostümsüz araştırma. Lan yarrak. 30 yıl geçmiş üstünden, ne kalmış olabilir ki?
I want him standing here, right now.
And what would the Batman do with his own parents' killer? The possibilities are frightening.
Cevaplar mı?
On second thought, perhaps I don't want to know. He was stabbed.
Biraz daha yakışıklılığım yayını kapatıyor.
No one mourns for Joe Chill, Bruce.
Bu Batman serisi hayatımda gördüğüm en iyi hikayeye sahip. Yok artık.
He just wanted to protect
Catherine 5. ayını kutlamış.
He
Seha
said he
Reis
was
demiş.
invincible. Sadly, he was
Hoş
mistaken.
geldin.
I always
Nice
wanted to be
aylara.
brave,
Nice aylara.
just
Gel.
like him.
AS.
And you are. He would be so proud to see that you.
Abi Beni sağlam dövsene. DC'nin şu an son durumunu görünce kahroluyorum. Çizgi romana göre yapsalar filmleri, oyunları okey. Ama şu ana kadar Batman oyunlarında en başarılı Arkham serileri başka yok. Batman DC'yi ayakta tutan tek karakterdir. Marvel o kadar üst düzey yapıyor ki DC'ye acilen bir atak yapması gerek ve Batman'i canlan. Marvel oyun konusunda sıfır ki. Ha, Spider-Man doğru. Bir dakika. Marvel'da da Spider-Man şu an ayakta tutuyor. Öyle bakarsan. Yani. O da son oyun diye yani. Son oyunu saymazsan Marvel'da da yok. Ama film konusunda evet. Ah o filme gitmeyecektik. Recep İvedik 6'ya gideceğiz diye ailemiz öldü.
I love that movie. Saw it countless times at that theater. How long did it play there?
Only when you wanted to see it, Bruce. Your mother arranged the special screenings personally.
I never knew that. She
Bu
was
amına
always so
kodum
good.
serisi niye iptal etti? Telltale ne güzel oynuyorduk. Oğlum çok kötü lan Can. Bayağı kötü hikaye yapmışlar yani. Hikaye değil, karakterler çok kötü. Diyaloglar falan. Ben bayağı şey yani. O adam düşük bu oyuna. Oyundan battı zaten. Ulan yıllar geçmiş yavşak, ne bulacaksın? Aa, burada kart vizitini unutmuş herif.
My father pleading.
25 yıldır buradayım ama.
You don't have to do this.
Ha, penguen falan yani. Cacık olmuş. Harbi hiç kimseyi yapamamışlar.
There are considerable gaps in that recollection.
Ben bir tek Troy Baker'ın Batman olmasına taktım. Adam Joker seslendiriyor normalde. Kanka bilmiyorum ya. Ben Joker'i görmedim de. Yani Bruce Wayne emzik, diyaloglar emzik, harbiden alakasız. Penguin niye yakışıklı model? Falcone niye değişik yapmışlar? Bilmiyorum. Baba. Hah.
Stay back!
Take whatever you want.
Nothing personal, just business. He told me you had it coming.
You don't have to do this.
Bu hikaye
Don't Falcone. He's making a mistake.
oy, kafasından vurulmuyor ya. O gözünden vurdu bir de, amına koyayım. Elon Musk Prime'le abone olmuş. Hoş geldin. Anasının amıymış. Ağzından da vursaydı. Orospu çocuğu. Bugün 2 insan öldürdün ama bir kahraman doğurdun. Bunu sakın unutma.
Bruce, are you all right?
Fatalite atmadıkları kaldı.
They were assassinated. And Carmine Falcone knows why.
Ha, film anlamında evet. Ya film anlamında DC büyük sıçtı ya. Her şeyde sıçtı. İnşallah yeni Batman filmiyle toparlarlar diye. Ya ben Batman filmi bekliyorum abi. Bir Batman, bir Green Lantern, bir Green Arrow, bitti ya. Ya git Kahya'nı al, Green Arrow. Her türlü tutar ya. Harbi amına koyayım, 30 sene önceki olaydan.
I don't have to tell you how many rules we're breaking. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm always here for you, but this could land us both in hot water. I pulled all the strings.
Joker'in son filmini izledim. Ama Joker'in son filmi Joker filmin değil ki yani. Joker'in son filmi psikolojik sıkıntıları olan bir adamın hayatını anlatan bir film yani.
The lieutenant. This better not come back to bite us.
Susayım da havalı olayım.
Of course, you think you're entitled to this kind of access. I blame Alfred for raising a brat. The last time you disappeared behind closed doors with Falcone, the press made us pay. At least tell me what this is about. Look, I'm all for blind support, but I should at least know what I'm getting myself into.
This is a personal matter, Harvey.
Fine, don't tell me.
Kişisel piç.
I hope none of this comes back to bite us. I don't want headlines taking away from my debate with Hill.
Gentlemen, we finally put Falcone in his cage.
Joker'in geçmişi ama tam da değil yani.
Bruce, he won't ever get out.
Whoa, I'm sorry. Information? What information?
Oh, well, I assumed you knew. I was going to contact your office first thing.
I gave him some evidence against Falcone.
More like a catalog of his entire criminal empire. It's a case that'll put Falcone away for life.
Is that a fact?
It's the reason I said yes to this unorthodox request.
Nice job bringing in Falcone. Yeah, that son of a bitch better not get off again.
He's not getting off the hook, Renee. Not this time.
Mr. Wayne, Sergeant Rene Montoya. I just wanted to say,
Rene
some of us police
Montoya.
support you, despite what the media is saying.
Thanks, Sergeant.
Yavşak. Batman'ken saldırmasını biliyorsun ama.
We had to put Falcone in the infirmary. Batman practically tore him in half. He's helped us a lot in the past, but if you ask me, he's out of control.
Çaktırma oğlum hiçbir şey.
Well, at least someone's getting tough on these guys. I tell you, I'd rather have Falcone in here than out on the street.
You weren't there, Harvey. You didn't see.
Götüme girdi amına koyayım.
All right, Falcone's inside. You say what you gotta say.
Nasıl içeride la herifi direğe soktuk? Episode 2. Kahya'nın domuz. Ha bak yanına da iğne koymuşlar. Arkımın çocukları. Orospu çocuk.
Hell, Bruce Wayne. You must have some clout. My own wife can't get in to see me. Good thing I'll be out of here in a week. It's like a mausoleum in here.
We need to talk, Falcone.
You weren't so eager the last time we met. But then, I knew you'd come around. Especially after the press got their teeth into you. You're your father's son.
Doğru.
Yeah, that's
Harbi amına koyayım nasıl
Tommy and I
oturabiliyor?
were close.
Yatırmışlar işte orayı kapatmışlardır.
More than friends. More like cousins.
Did you have something to do with his death?
Ah, so that's what this is really about, eh? The pup digging up a 20-year-old killer.
2 killings, and they were never forgotten.
You and me.
Balkoni konuş yoksa bir dahakine 20 santim daha sağa yapıştırırım seni.
Hey, I tried to get through to you at Dent's party. Maybe I should have spelled it out.
Watch it, Falcone. I still see some unbroken bones.
Tough guy, eh? There's not much left if you came for a piece of me. Your father, Hill, and me, we ran this city. Still do. God damn this pain. Can't think through it. Morphine's on the side there. Be a good boy and help Uncle Carmine out, huh?
I won't let him. Deliriyor değil mi?
"40 years I keep my veins clean of any of that gunk. But you never forget the tender kiss. It'd be so easy to give me the whole vial, wouldn't it? Enough there to put an old dog down forever. Of course, you'd never know the whole story. How much of your parents do you have in you? What kind of son did Thomas Wayne make?"
Do not push me, Falcone.
Apple didn't fall far, did it? You got that Wayne streak. Much better, kid. Thank you. Gesture like that reminds me of your mother.
Lan!
Your
Ana
father
bacı
may
yapma
have been a
piç.
doctor, but Martha, she had the human touch. Think you got more of her in you, tell the truth.
I lost her so young. I hardly remember anything about her.
She had steel in her, did Martha. She was the only one that ever had a hold on your father.
Until you hired an assassin to kill them both.
But you really think I hired Chill? Sure. I worked with Joe Chill from time to time. Put a button on someone, he'd take him out. But I never ordered that hit on your parents.
So who did?
You can't trust anyone in Gotham. Least of all those you call friend. Your parents learned that the
They're waiting for you in hell! The bastard had to die.
Hands in the air! Stand down! Get a doctor! Secure this floor! No one gets in or out! Go! Go!
Ananı sik.
We are in deep shit. I bought us some time, but not much. Word's gonna get out, sooner
Bu
or
kolla
later.
oynayabiliyor muyuz acaba? Rahat rahat film tadında oynayak ya.
Why would she do something like this? We had Gotham's biggest crime lord in our grasp. This close. We were this close.
Isn't it obvious? She wanted to shut Falcone up for good.
I mean, this whole damn force is riddled with corruption. Someone must have got to her, Jim.
Just doesn't make any sense. She'd never do anything to hurt the department.
Falcone's case meant justice for 1,000 unnamed victims. And now it is a PR disaster. How can I run against corruption when our own cops are redecorating the precinct with their prisoners' brains? Listen, we gotta get out in front of this. We gotta spin it as best we can. Issue a statement saying that we have the shooter in custody. Details are still coming in and that we're investigating. The usual.
Slow down, Harvey. We need the facts first.
The simple fact is she walked in and shot him.
Then we need the complex facts, like how and why.
Lieutenant, Mr. District Attorney, Falcone's lawyers are here.
Oh, Christ. I can delay them for a little while, but we still need answers.
Uğraşamam.
Tell me if she says anything.
Evet,
I
kadına bir
have to
şey
know why she
verilmiş.
did this.
Alfred, Falcone's been murdered.
Good God.
I'm looking into it, but I'll need access to the back computer for anything I find.
Connection secured.
Alfred, I'm gonna try and confirm some suspicions of mine. Fresh injection site. That doesn't look like blood. Her veins, still visible beneath her skin. Alfred, I think I found the substance. Analyze and forward me the result.
Of course. I'll be in touch.
Ola rahat rahat oyna. Nasıl yapıyoruz ki? Ha. Okay.
Mr.
Tamam,
Wayne?
yenisini de öyle yaparız.
What's going on?
Orospu
But
karı.
I got this awful feeling something terrible happened.
Sergeant, you have to think. What do you remember?
Oh God, Falcone. I was hoping it wasn't real.
I believe you were drugged, Sergeant.
It would explain a lot. Listen.
Alt modlardan
you
birine
have to believe
bakarız
me.
sonraki bir
I
şeyde.
talk big about hurting thugs like Falcone.
Bakayım. Amına.
But I would never betray the lieutenant.
27 dakika da 27 dakika değil bu arada.
Foggy. I remember a sharp pain.
There's an injection site on your neck.
Then I just felt light. Like I could do whatever I wanted. No guilt, no consequence. There was a voice in my ear insisting Falcone was gonna get off. And all I knew was that I had to stop that. I had to, no matter what.
You have to remember more, Montoya. Try.
I remember
Dark
a
Defense,
hand
hoş
on
geldin.
my arm, guiding me like a parent with a child. The voice, it was saying something about
Elon Musk abone
revolution.
olmuş. Prime'le. 15 dakika önce okudum mu bilmiyorum. Hoş geldin. Rica ederim. Teşekkür ederiz Prime'ini bizde kullandın.
I'm so sorry, Lieutenant. I've let you down.
We stalled Falcone's lawyers for now, but they'll be back. So how is she? Did she tell you anything?
Yeah, hey, don't worry about that now.
I found evidence that she was drugged. A fresh injection site on her neck.
I was out of my mind, Lieutenant. Please believe me.
Hey, I do. Of course I do. Hey, get forensics in here. Now!
She remembers a
Bakarım İvo'cum. Bir sonrakinde yaparız.
voice saying something about revolution.
Nereden attı?
How to in all played it. It seems perfect. Get to the loading screen into the computer, start, state it. They keep the controls. It's recognizing that I have a controller plugged in. It says I have settings. Go to controls.
It's not much to go on.
Now, if you're bringing forensics in, let's get Bruce out.
Alfred, I gotta get back to the manor. I've got a lead on whoever's behind this.
Bruce!
Ya bir sal bizi be kadın be.
What are you doing here? My friends in the GCPD have been telling stories about some kind of lockdown?
I'm sorry, Vicky. I don't have time.
Don't brush me off.
Yere git
Word
lan.
is there were shots fired near where Falcone was being held. Know anything about that? I mean, you must have been back there when it happened.
Where did you get that?
So it's true?
No, I didn't say that.
Word is you turned over enough dirt on Falcone to put him in Blackgate Prison for life. A day after he showed up at your house. now you're here. You can't afford to be associated with another scandal. I can keep your name out of whatever we print, but you need to give me something I can use. Who fired the shots? A cop? I can tell by the way you're brushing me off that something happened. Just give me something to run with.
Please, get out of my way, Vicky. I'm in a hurry.
Huh. Disappointing. Maybe you have more to do with this than I thought.
He, siktir haber arıyorsun köpek. Boro Bros hoş geldin. Deneyelim. Bunu bir Batcave'de bir yatırayım da görsün sonra bes. Yok, Vicky Vale şey bir karakter değil. Ya gerçi oyunu öyle bir yapmışlar ki her şey çıkabilir yani. O yüzden bir yorum yapamıyorum yani. Yani normalde şöyle bir karakter. O yüzden böyle olur diyemiyorum. Oyunu sevmedim değil de eksik. Heh, oldu. Bu şey yapıyor.
Either Cobblepot drugged Montoya himself or someone else is using his revolutionary rhetoric. Either way, I need to find him. Let's put our drones in the air and start a search. I'll run a trace on his cell.
Dövüş eylemleri RT LT
In the meantime, we have to find out what we can do about this drug.
The computer's been analyzing the chemicals from Montoya's bloodstream.
Throw that up on the monitor. The residue I scan on Montoya is similar to the nerve agent I found in the docks. Let's see what we got.
It's ironic that Falcone died at the hands of someone drugged with his chemicals. Who'd have guessed that's how he'd meet his maker? Prone in his sickbed, surrounded by police who were ordered to protect him.
Murder at the hands of Montoya. That's not justice.
Whoever did this was judge, jury, and executioner. No one should act as all three. I hope he told you something before he was killed. What did you learn from him? I imagine you've got a lot on your mind, considering the last few hours.
Yes, lan Alfred.
It wasn't Falcone who called the hit.
Yes, well, I suppose that makes sense. Your
Don
father
Toretto.
and Falcone would have balanced each other out.
Computers pinpointed reference points on the two compounds. The men at the docks were doused with the base chemicals. The reaction was messy. They were out of control. This refined drug is like a weapon. It only took a small injection to strip Montoya of her moral filters and make her act on her
İlk
base
zamanlarında yok
impulses.
HM. Şimdi bilmiyorum ama.
Both
Zamanlarda yok
compounds
ha.
seem stable, but they're quick to fall apart. Whoever processed it knew what they were doing.
What could the creators of such a drug possibly have in mind? Fighting your wars is one thing, but drugging others to fight them for you?
With this drug, they can exploit anyone's baser impulses, the things they would otherwise control.
Your drones are in position to triangulate Cobblepot's location.
Kesin burada.
Find her now! Send a strong message.
Alfred abimiz, Kahya'mız. Batman de mi bilmiyorsunuz? Nasıl yok?
Bring me her head!
Kesin şu soldaki adacıkta.
There, there you go. You'll be alright. Alright.
Skyline Club. Orospu çocuğu couple.
The Skyline Club. Jesus, didn't even wait for Falcone's body to get cold, did you, Oz?
Going to speak with him, Bruce?
Bruce Wayne already tried talking with Cobblepot. It's time he met the Batman.
Come on, I know there's gotta be more around here. The man probably had millions in his sock drawer alone. If Falcone finds out I helped you, he'll kill me. Your boss won't be doing much of anything. Ever again.
Buna kodum çocuğu.
You lot, come check out this office.
Where is...
I don't know. Please.
Name's right. You can help me.
Let him go.
Batman! It's about time. You kill a crime boss, you'd expect a word of thanks
Oldakine ne olmuş
from
lan?
Gotham's #1 vigilante. Don't worry, I'll pass your gratitude on to those who made it happen.
I said let him go.
You hear that, Roland? That sounded like an order.
I'll crush him.
Now, have a little respect for the Bat. Think he underestimates you. Is this about Falcone? We all saw how you felt about Falcone. Impaling a man on live TV. If you were truly the defender of this city, you'd have finished the job yourself. Admit it, Falcone deserved to die. Vermin like Falcone, they deserve to be stomped out. Believe me, I know.
You don't decide who lives and who dies. That's not justice.
But it's bloody well satisfying, isn't it? As a show of good faith, I'm gonna let this one go. How's about we talk this through? We helped you with Falcone. Now, if we could just cut out the rest of the rot, like Wayne and Hill, ordinary folks might be able to breathe.
Oswald Cobblepot.
What is it about this place that attracts criminal scum like you?
Gotta admit, you've got flair. Here's the thing. I actually admire you, Batman. We both want the
Kardeş
same kinds
unutma
of things.
orada 2 tane
Me and my
demir var.
people,
Birine
we've got
Falcone'yi
big plans for
oturttum,
Gotham.
diğerine ananı oturtacağım. Ne yapıyor lan? Aşkım bir saniye ya, suç işliyoruz.
They found Catwoman.
What do you want with her?
We had a deal. She didn't make good on it. So sorry this didn't work out, mate. I'd stay to watch. I would, but I still got a Catwoman problem to deal with. Oh, what's her name again?
Selina.
Yes! Oh, beautiful name.
Akılım. Baya yavaş ya.
Gonna have to try harder than this.
Baba bu neymiş ya? Açarsın öyle orospu çocuğu.
Alfred, track down some...
Reklam mı geldi lan? Bunları bekleyelim. İyi koydun Führer.
Lena Kyle.
I'll find her right away.
Führer. Eline yazıyor. Değişmek istiyor. Piç.
Is that Bruce Wayne?
A new twist in the race for the mayor's office as Harvey Dent backer Bruce Wayne comes under fire for alleged corruption. Joining me live is Mayor Hamilton Hill. Mr. Mayor, you said earlier today that in light of the allegations
Holmes says that
Bruce Wayne
Özdemir Hüseyin'e abonelik hediye
self-defense,
etmiş.
but that was unlikely to happen. Why?
He strikes me as, well, the jealous sort. Very possessive of his toys.
Better keep a low profile.
Did you hear? The cops raided his house. Sorry.
You lost? Because I don't have time for tourists. Looks like you walked into the wrong bar. Flash money like that in here, you better be ready to fight. I got customers who'd knife a man for less.
Selina Kyle. Where is she?
Hey, don't I know you? It is you. Knew it. The cops take all your fancy clothes? Are you trying to lay low? Of course, you're not really the low-lying type. Usually you got a girl on either arm. If you're looking to pick up, I know.
Leave him alone, Frank. Man's just trying to have a quiet drink.
Tamam. Bundan sonrasına yarın devam ederiz.